Aquarius, April 2022. All right. There's a visiting of the past, of history, and taking what we learn from the roots of things and writing it down or making record of it. I wanted to get that out first. And now I'm going to go into the reading. There is a desire or a passion of communicating commitments. I see these commitments as contracts or deadlines to a certain extent, because there's a lot of time here, especially through the middle row. Night and day again on either side of the tower. And the funny thing is the tower's dark side faces the sun and the bright side faces the moon. So taking what is usually hidden and bringing it to light also came out in someone else's reading, but yours specifically is coming out. And the tower represents organization, the institution. So there's a communication institution of trust, of loyalty. I feel like this is some sort of communication career path, a love of reporting, of journalism, of exposing, a commitment to exposing secrets. This is sort of detective work. There's like some loss of truth that is secret. So there's a lessening of truth that is secret. So maybe there's been some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Unprofessionalism that's gone on that you've witnessed within this field, or that's happening in the world now. And this unprofessionalism would have to do with the way the world sees something, or the passions that the world sees. So there could be something that's being hyped up, or it's telling you what you want to hear and taking away from the truth. There is secret communication as well, with something about something that's been taken away or stolen or lost. So an artifact potentially could be stolen. Also, there's been maybe some like draining of commitments. There's been a lessening of the promises kept. Excuse me. And there's a love for the institution and its secrets or its knowledge. So, and also there's a love of solitude and secrecy. So this could be something that you love working on by yourself. Some kind of unearthing of secrets and working through an institution potentially that deals with the communications and loyalty or trust, the truth. So there's the world seeing something, there's an exposing of something, but an illumination of something really that is being expressed, or there's an admonition, there's a recognition here of people seeing something. And there's the institution or organization. And then there's this exposing. So there's this vulnerability versus expression, and the two almost work together. So at one point, that's why I say it's like the news or journalism, because they both are working together. In the past, maybe you got into this for more of the personal recognition, and now you've become a part of this, or this institution's become a part of you. And you've become passionate about learning more about stuff, about the secrets of the world, or maybe just learning more in general. There's commitments or promises that are successful with the written word as well, or books. So you might write a book about this. This also can be a library, because there's a heavy institution with lots of books or writings or formalities there, or educational things there. But there's also this world, the world seeing it. So lots of people read these books. It's accessible to everyone. And then there's also this vulnerability of they've all been touched by everybody, so like everyone can get this knowledge, so it's not secret anymore. So the secrets are vulnerable. The sun is also the divine masculine, and the moon is the divine feminine, and there is this solitude or divide between the two within this situation. So I don't know if there is some sort of controversy about something to do along the lines of that. I do know there's desire for knowledge or secrecy, and then there's a lessening of commitments or a dwindling of commitments. So or stealing of promises. This also could be politics. Maybe getting into something for the recognition, and then realizing, because the sun is also realization. It's it's the light being turned on in your head. So there's a promise to realizing knowledge, or to understanding it as well. Sun and the birds. Communicating about it. Spreading the word. The heart is really a sweet card. So maybe in the past you were in love with this type of situation because of the attention you got from others, and that's been lessening like more and more lately. And now currently you are experiencing this kind of communication institution and you're feeling more loyal to it. You're feeling more wanting to be loyal to the situation than get the exciting news story, or you want it to be true. And in the future, you promise to yourself, really, that you are going to be vulnerable to the information that comes to you, or at least to look at it in a more, I wouldn't say realistic way, because the moon is not realistic. It's more idealistic, and this is more look at the bare bones of things. The sun doesn't let you have any mystery or over romanticize something like the moon would. It really shines a light on everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the grayscale of everything in between. So there is this change of heart, really, but still keeping the passion for something, but changing the reason why you got involved with it in the first place, finding more purpose in it. And so there is communication about an exposing of something, of the truth, and everyone sees it. And you might be admired for this. You might get attention for this. There's also an idealistic promise that information brings. So to take everything with a grain of salt, to really look at all facts from all sides is necessary to get the overall picture, and the most three-dimensional or five-dimensional one you can possibly come up with. There is a lessening of, there's a taking away of the institution, really, because of commitments. So I feel like the faith also in the institution has been kind of taken away, and that's what you're committing to changing about this sort of line of work or this sort of passion that you have. Now, in terms of relationships, there is a love here that could be resulting in engagement or marriage in the future. And there is a lessening of secrets. So there could be something that you and your partner are finally kind of getting to, like a wall that you're finally going to break down. You're going to be more truthful with each other. There will be really no secrets, because with the truth and trust card and the exposing of secrets, any secrets you do try to keep from your partner probably won't last very long as a secret. So there will be open communication. Maybe there's a need to be alone for a while, and so you want to spend some time alone from your partner, because there's communication of a solitude, or a trusting of that solitude. So you trust that you might need the solitude, and that's totally fine as long as it's honest communication, I think, that you're giving. Now, not everybody takes honest communication the same way, so you got to know how to deliver it to your partner, of course, and how you deliver is always good to understand, because everyone's delivery is different. But there might be a lessening of commitment. So by lessening of commitment, I mean that maybe because this is tradition, there's an exploring or a visiting tradition, and an upgrade of change from formalities. So, and if I look even further, a cut to the expansion of ideas or ideals. So being realistic about the expectations of your relationship, and maybe making your own rules, or at least not following what the everybody else is pretty much saying a relationship has to be, or the traditional sense of what a relationship has to be. It's what you two agree upon and make it. And as long as you're both open and you're both honest, that will work no matter what. So, because it's a relationship is between two people and spirit, of course. And so there's this kind of involving institution, and the choice, there's like a kind of a decision or commitment to the institution is lessening. So maybe we don't have like the big engagement with all the cards going out and the Facebook posts and everything. Maybe we just do it in private while we're away somewhere. Maybe love of the institution or desire for solitude in a way helps us to understand more about the vulnerabilities within the relationship as well. So if you're looking for time alone to kind of get clear about what you understand about yourself and this person in partnership, then that's one side of it that could happen. But I do see a promise that exposes knowledge, so, or a commitment that exposes secrets. So, and these secrets might not be bad secrets. There might be secrets that bring you closer together. Because I have the dog here, and the dog is really about friendship and maybe loss of trust resulting in secrets. So you don't want to lose the trust of your partner. You don't want to lose the friendship of your partner because of a secret. Like, it feels like more like there is this communication that comes from knowing yourself as one, you know, and what you need individually, and being able to share that with a best friend. And that best friend could be somebody that, you know, you end up being romantically involved with, because I do have the heart card. And the heart card speaks about desire and love and passion and all those things, and romance, and it's pairing up with this. So you want the best friend and the lover, and it seems like the divine masculine, divine feminine, but you both need to operate as individuals and as one here. I don't have any court cards. I have one man but this is the rider. So there is a visitor that comes from either the past or the family that brings a positive change. And it's a formality or mail, a written message. And there's a cut to a certain growth, a certain expansion. So that leads to an ending. Ooh, a card flipped over. What's that say? Okay. So there's like this. Cleverness. The fox is also very sleuth. Very, a spy. So what I'm saying is that don't leave anything up for surprise. It's almost better to be solid, like that the tower isn't going anywhere. It stood the test of time. The sun has risen and set. Or risen and set, whatever way you want to look at it. The moon has passed over it many times. The sun has even worn it down a little bit over the hundreds of years that it's been there. So you want to build a legacy or a business or a relationship that stands the test of time. And the only way to do that is to know yourself and to be honest with yourself and communicate honestly with your partner or partners, whatever applies. So there is this also a love for knowledge and a taking away or a lessening, like a dwindling of a promise, or there's a stealing of a ring. So this is also a storybook love. There's a storybook love here, and the castle's here. The birds flying over the castle, the moon and the sun are here. Trust is here. Communication. The only thing that is a little bit funny is the rat, but he's down at the bottom. And the dog has his eye on the rat. So, and he's in the past as well. So now we're coming out of loss and mistrust. There's a lessening of trust here. So we're coming out of that. And we're trusting what we know. So getting to know your partner really well. You might be getting to know your partner very, very well at this time, because you'll be communicating more with them. And you'll be communicating about maybe things that happened in the past that you weren't so proud of, or you weren't happy that happened in your other relationships, or that happened within this relationship. But overall, the desire to communicate is building, or the love for communicating with your partner is building a stronger bond. And it seems like this bond will shine brightly, and there is some sort of commitment that exposes the written word. So a commitment that exposes the written word is like, or expresses the written word, is like poetic to me also. And this would be poetic too, and this is poetic. There is a need to make sure that we are not taking away from any alone time we need, or our partner needs within this relationship. So you might want to make sure that you're giving each other adequate space, as well as spending time with each other. So this is also communicating over a period of time and getting to know each other and trusting each other. So it's really good. It just looks really good. There is always the other side of the coin, and that's to be expected when you're reading the tarot in a general reading or a Lenormand reading. So you gotta kind of put the pieces where they fit in your life. But this is really good. I like this. I like this because it's interesting, and there's many layers to it. There's this beauty as well. A beauty of the organization is exposing or expressing. So there's a beauty of being alone as well that is vulnerable. So if you are single, there's something beautiful about that right now for you, and you might not feel it in the moment, but there is some kind of promise to yourself that you're going to be seen in some way by others, and that this is going to be through a career of writing or through a book. You want people to know or find you attractive for what you know. There's a promise of people seeing you and knowing you. So this also, if you are in any kind of social organization, communication organization, any kind of internet business of any kind where people see you, you are going to get you're going to be exposed. People are going to see you a lot. So you might want to, lessen your loyalties to secrets because you might not be able to keep them. They might be too expensive for you. So this is just very interesting. All right, Aquarius, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I will say that if this is a love reading, there's a romantic visit or a rendezvous, establishing a family or connection. This can be building a family as well with the upgrade. There can be a baby. There can be results from a pregnancy test here as well. There could be, a message of okay, let's move in together and do this. I don't want to go too much further into it because I only have so much time and it's getting really late in the morning. But I hope you have a great month, Aquarius, and I look forward to chatting next time. Take care. Bye-bye.